What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of John in the Hole. This movie is directed by Pasual, Sisto, and based off the short story of Nicholas Jacobone. Now, before we begin, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome, hit that like button, as well as commenting below on any video that you watch, including this one. So John in the Hole is about a kid named John who's played by Charlie Shotwell. His family is a very rich family. He's a kid that has everything. His sister treats him pretty well. His father's a little stern, who's played by Michael C. Hall. His mother is a lovely mother who's played by Jennifer Ehle. And it's basically a story about a kid who's very angsty, who's very just kind of lost in his situation, and he decides that he wants to be free, kind of like Kevin McAllister, and go home alone. But instead of, his parents like leaving him in a hole by mistake, he decides to drop his whole entire family down a hole, and that he discovers as he's going out to look for his, flying contraption vehicle that he has. And that's basically the story, or at least what I'm going to give you, because there are some spoilers and some, kind of twists and turns. But it's a story about an angsty kid who decides he wants to have freedom, and so throughout the movie he has freedom. He is able to, run around the house and so on and so forth. And so this is a movie that has gotten a little bit of buzz. It was supposed to premiere at Cannes in 2020, but because of the pandemic, it got pushed to Sundance, so that they could show it through digital means. It has a great cast. It has Jennifer Ehle, it has Michael C. Hall, it has Taissa Farmiga, and of course it's Charlie Shotwell. They've all had great moments in their career where they've done great projects. So the idea that's a very simple one that has some interesting kind of ideas, and on top of that, the writer who wrote the short story also wrote The Revenant and Birdman, so he's had a great career, as well as the director. This is kind of his first project. And so, with that said, I was a little intrigued by it. I like psychological thrillers, which what this movie is in essence is. With that said, it's a movie I was anticipating, I was looking forward to. And after watching this movie, after seeing what Pasquale Sisto has presented, this movie is a complete misfire. I really didn't like this movie. It's not terrible, but it leads nowhere. It has twists and turns that don't make any sense. It has no real plot vision. It has no real substance to it. A lot of these characters are one note, not well written. They're very bland. They're like archetypes and stuff like that. The John character feels very much like he should belong in Funny Games or something like that, with the two main characters there. And just kind of the overall nature of his character, it just feels hollow and empty. And I'm pretty sure that's what the director and writer were going for as they were writing and creating this movie. But you have to have some kind of structure and substance, and you can't be presenting stuff in the middle of the movie that literally goes nowhere. It just doesn't make any sense, and therefore the story just doesn't have any structure or substanceability, and it doesn't feel like a great film. It really doesn't. The acting in it is fine. Michael C. Hall is just, he's fine, and Jennifer Ehle is fine, and Taissa Farmiga is fine. But, Charlie Shotwell, who is the main actor in this movie, who has to carry all the weight and all the kind of problems and situations that he is creating himself, and just feels so one note. It just feels so... It just doesn't... Nothing feels interesting in this movie. Everything feels empty and hollow, and maybe, like I said, maybe that's the point of the story, but, when you present a movie that, you throw your parents into a hole, and you can't get yourself even out of the hole that you've written, it just... You stop caring about the characters of the movie at all. I don't know, by the time I got to the end of this movie, I'm like, did I even watch a movie? Was I just watching a week in the life of individuals who got screwed? That's not character development. That's not character motivation. That's not plotting or structure. That's just trying to be experimental and strange and different. And because they shot this film as a 4:3 film, which is the kind of how TV screens used to be back in the day before the widescreen market with all that stuff. Like I said, Michael C. Hall and Taissa Farmiga and Jennifer Ehle, there's just nothing there. There's no kind of building blocks to their character at all. They're just fodder for John, and the reasoning why he's doing what he's doing is never fully explained, and there's other stuff that happens in this movie that just completely goes nowhere, and it just I felt like I was just wasting my time watching this movie. I really do. And it's such a strange thing, because the writer wrote Birdman, which is an amazing movie, and wrote The Revenant, which is an incredible movie as well, and just maybe they just felt like this was a project that was important to them. Maybe they felt that they could expand upon that short story. I don't know, but the movie just, it completely fails on all levels, from story writing and story structuring to character development and character plotting. And, you know, some other characters pop up in this movie and their logic and reasoning and plot holing and stuff like that, it doesn't work. So I don't know. I don't know what else to say, but the movie's just not good. And I just think it's a huge misfire of a movie. And it's strange that this movie is picked up by Cannes, because Cannes is very well known for picking up a lot of big movies that are going to be huge hits, or at least huge hits in the Oscar sense. And then Sundance is a little more credible because of the simple fact that they pick up films that are more unknown and are looking for distributors and stuff like that. But for the most part, yeah, when this movie comes out, I don't recommend it, because you're not going to get anything out of it. At least I didn't. You know, the mood, actually, the one thing I did get out of it, the soundtrack. The score is actually pretty good, but it just doesn't save the movie. So, but that's it. That's gonna be my take on John in the Hole. Thank you so much for watching. Are you interested in seeing this movie? Do you like you know, thrillers and stuff like that deal with kids and doing stuff to their parents and stuff like that? You know, let me know in the comments below. But otherwise, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button, and as always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.